We got interested in buying or pursuing an electric bus about 3 years ago when I needed some new buses and I was having trouble with my diesels and maintenance costs and everything. What we were hoping to learn from this electric bus, is how it's going to work for us, like versus the diesels, and how much torque they have compared to, like, I heard the cars have a lot of torque, and how it's going to work going up hills, and how the longevity of the batteries is actually going to last. I have friends and stuff that are a little negative on it, but then I ask them, I say, well, they've got an electric chainsaw and an electric screw guns, and I said, well, it's really no different.
Electric co-ops have always been helping members develop technology and solutions for their lives. Whether it's electric water heaters, storage space heating equipment, or any kind of electric technology, we've always been helping members understand how it can make their lives better.
The biggest learnings we want to know is to prove that the technology can work in a cold climate, especially for a small district. Their routes might be a little longer, might be a little smaller depending on the bus, but we want to prove that it can work. There's some skepticism in the community on the technology.
We're thinking that's too expensive, the batteries aren't going to last, this is not going to work, they're not going to work in the winter, you're going to be sitting on the side of the road. That's the feedback I got when people didn't really have the knowledge of what was, like myself.
Yeah, the only hesitations I had about the bus were just negative feedback from people that didn't really understand the full picture. The electric bus, when I first start off in the morning, is quiet, outperforms, any other vehicle we have out here, because it's just, you get instant power. And there's no smoke, there's no shifting, there's no lag, it's phenomenal. I mean, you can't imagine how nice this electric bus is.
The school bus fits into our daily operations as good or better than any of the other buses.
One charge will last a whole entire day of my normal bus route. When I first heard about the electric bus, and I realized that the technology of the bus will have an anti-lock brakes, traction control, and now the electric bus has a regen system, I was concerned of how they're all three going to interact on icy roads. Like the regen may cause the rear tires to skid or whatever, and that was a concern of mine. But now, ever since driving it on icy roads, they all work perfectly together.
And then we also want to see what the cost will be for the district as well, not just the bus, but also the grant portion and for the fueling and maintenance portion, because that's a huge portion of their budget and their transportation departments.
I did a kind of just a rough cost analysis just on fuel, and I'm getting 19 cents per mile use on the electric bus. I did analysis on the propane buses, they were at 29 cents. And then the diesel buses were actually at 49, and that's just fuel again. And the cost for maintenance on them is much higher. East Central Energy has been very supportive on the project. We've been back and forth with emails and calls, and lots of conversation and lots of support and lots of help getting a little extra funding and support and questions answered and help with the grant. Very supportive.
ECE is pro member value. We are not here to promote electric vehicles. We're here to share the technology and let people decide what they want to drive. I think it's a great opportunity for people to drive in a much more affordable way, a much lower maintenance way, and frankly, in a way that can be more cost effective over time.
I've gotten calls from other schools that are thinking about getting a bus like this, and I've been able to promote it and say, yeah, it's working for us. We run it in the winter. We don't run out of battery. We haven't had much issues on maintenance. It's got plenty of power when the bus is full. It's what I'm learning is it really is a good fit for our situation, and if people in a similar situation, it'll really work well for them.